Good morning, everyone. My name is Anwar. Have you ever heard about the freight brokers and carriers? Do you know how the logistics field works and in this trucking industry? I will explain how this business became so well known, which aroused people's interest to work in this field. I became very familiar with it since my uncle works as a truck driver. One of my cousins works in the safety department. The second one works in the dispatch department. Moreover, I became more familiar since I read a couple of articles, newspapers, and I watched some videos in the YouTube, which gave me enough information to obtain from. In today's speech, I'm going to explain the system, how the system of this trucking business works, and I will explain the relationship between freight brokers and carriers, and the stressfulness of this business for both of these organizations. And I will explain some other information as well about this field. So the first thing, according to the PLS Logistics Service Report, freight brokers are providing service to a variety of customers by getting their loads delivered from point A to point B. How they do it is they have their own carriers who book these loads from them. There is a website called dat.com which is very helpful for them to book, for the carriers to book those loads. Either these brokers have a chance to offer those loads with either emails or phone calls. They have their own software, so they offer them to the carriers. Carriers have their own fleet of trucks, which they send to pick up a load from one location and deliver it to another one. For example, here in the United States, there's 50 states, and there is so many customers who need their loads to be moved from one location to another. For example, Walmart's, Costco facilities, all of them, Tesla, let's say, they need to deliver their loads. And brokers are really helpful to arrange, to negotiate on the prices with the customers. They take those loads from the customers and they give them to the carriers who have their own trucks to deliver those loads. And carriers, it's very essential for the carriers as well to pick up and deliver those loads on time, since if the appointments are missed, let's say, for the pickup and deliveries, they have to wait for a long time, which is not going to be, which is going to lead to drawbacks for both of these organizations. Brokers are coordinating the logistics of the transportation, including the finding the carriers. They negotiate on the prices. So, according to Dave Bozeman, the CEO of one of the largest companies in the United States, called C.H. Robinson, he said that in order to have a great organization, there should be a good communication between both brokers, customers, and the carriers. Since as I told you before, in order to make on-time pickups, on-time deliveries, there should be good updates. What has been picked up, what has been delivered, what time it has been picked up, what time it's delivered. And therefore, updates are really essential. And there are so many, if you see on the roads, there are so many trucks and trailers on which you can see the signs like Schneider, J.B. Hunt, or some other company names. But still, C.H. Robinson is one of the best ones, since they have a good communication and collaboration between all of these parties. So, and right now this company owns more than 500,000 customers across the United States, which is making billions of dollars to earn, which is even exceeding as I told largest companies like Schneider, J.B. Hunt. And if we're gonna talk about the negative sides, it's very stressful for both of them, since if the load is not picked up on time, brokers can lose their customers. since the market is not really good. There is a financial crisis right now, and both of these parties having difficulties. Let's say if it's not picked up on time, they lose their customers, which means that the customers have variety of options. They can give it to someone else, to a different brokerage company. And if they're gonna give it to someone else, the rates are gonna drop off, and which means it's not gonna be beneficial either for the carriers as well, since they have to make their payment of the trucks, the lease of the trucks, and of the trailers, and some insurance stuff. And that's why it's very essential. I mean, it's very stressful for both of these organizations. For the carriers, they can lose their brokers. Brokers are very important for the carriers, since if they don't have enough brokers, they cannot operate they cannot give loads to their trucks. That's why there should be a great communication. There shouldn't be any fails between both of these organizations to make a good business. To conclude, this sphere is very interesting and profitable despite its hardships and difficulties, which aroused my interest after seeing my cousin and my uncle who are working in this sphere. And I understood that the relationship plays a very essential role, and in order to survive for these companies and to make enough profit.